Good morning and welcome back to AZ Off Grid. It is December 5th, 2022. It's about 11:30 in the morning. It is currently 43 degrees, 44 degrees out here. It's been cloudy all day and it's breezy. And it is a nice toasty 76 degrees inside the little cabin. Had no issues starting a fire last night when I got here. Got it roaring pretty quick, and man, it kept that place nice and warm all night long. When I came down this morning, it was like 30, it was 40 degrees. It was a little warm this morning, 40 degrees this morning, but it was 70 inside. It had burned through all the wood, basically a couple little coals at the bottom, but that was about it. But yeah, it stayed nice and toasty all night long. Okay, so these aren't exactly ideal weather conditions for working outside here. I didn't think it was going to be quite like this when I was coming up here, but it is what it is. So, all right, today I've got pretty lofty goals because I'm only here today and then I leave tomorrow. But I'm going to try to switch up this whole area right here. This is kind of my scrap yard area over here. I use for different little projects when I need a little something and I don't have what I need. I look over here for stuff. So let's come back over here. All right, so I've quickly learned that this is not an ideal area for processing firewood. This is kind of my hangout area right here. You know, you got the fire pit and the picnic table, and you know, it's a central area here at my camp. And I don't want to be processing firewood here. It's going to leave quite the mess, as you can already see. There's bark, you know, starting to build up here. I just don't want to do it here. Not only that, but I don't have a place once I process firewood to keep it out of the elements, keep it dry. And that's going to be a big problem for me. So I need to build a little woodshed. I have all the materials that I brought up to build it. It's just going to be a small 4x8 little lean-to style woodshed. I think I'm going to end up putting the woodshed right here behind this tree here. I'm going to cut this tree. I already knew that this tree was going to go out. I always knew it was, because I'm going to end up at some point building a lean-to shed off of this. But for now, this tree's got to go. I'm going to clean up all this stuff, get it out of the way. For now, I'll probably just stack it over here. Get these 4x4s out of the way. And the lean-to shed's going to go right back there. That way I can process firewood out of the way, away from my camp. And, you know, I've got my workshop right here if I need anything. And this area, for now, right beside the shipping container, I want to try to move my cargo trailer over there, right over there on the other side of the shipping container. I put the cargo trailer over there, you know, a few years ago, I guess, 3 years ago, just to kind of get it out of the way. It was over here originally, kind of in my way for a long time. So I moved it over there. And it's become kind of a pain for me because there's things in there that I use from time to time, and I might be working on something over here in the shipping container or back here somewhere, And then I'll have to walk all the way over there to get something out of there. It's just, I've got a lot of stuff in there, a lot of hardware, a lot of tools, and I'd like to try to keep it all in one spot. This is my work area over here, and I don't want to have to walk all the way over there to go get something when I'm working on something back here. So, it's gonna be interesting, and I hope I don't lose a tire doing it. But you can't, it's hard to see back there, but I'm going to take the trailer all the way out, back and around, out by my, I cleared a path out there a long time ago, out by the game camera, way out back there. And the path comes all the way out and around the wind turbine. You can see that over here, out back there. And I got a nice clean shot to bring it right through behind this tree and out that way, and I'm gonna back it right in here. Again, I gotta move a bunch of rock right here to do that. And then I'm gonna have it so the ramp door, basically when it opens up, it basically comes to right about here. Again, this tree's coming out. I do believe I'm going to leave part of this tree as my chopping block, since the wood shed's gonna be right behind it. So yeah, a lot of work to get this done. I don't know that I'm going to get it all done today, but I'm going to shoot for that. Already took Sadie on her walk. She got to get out and stretch her legs. And yeah, so it was very, very moist out here last night. It was basically 100% humidity. And when I came out here at about 9 o'clock last night, everything was wet, completely like soaked wet, but it hadn't rained. It was just the moisture in the air. And I came out to grab some firewood out of the wheelbarrow here, and it was pretty damp. So, yeah, I need a place to put firewood to keep it out of the elements. So that's what I'm going to do up here while I'm here. I don't know, again, that I'll get it all done, but I'm going to give it a shot. I have had to use the generator. Got it plugged in over there. It's not currently running, but it's been cloudy like the sun hasn't been out yet. So my batteries were struggling this morning. So I threw the generator on for about, I don't know, an hour or so, got them charged up enough, and now there's just a residual ambient light is putting a little bit of a charge on the batteries right now. So I have not yet checked my game camera. I'm gonna go back and go fetch my card and my batteries, and we'll see what we got on the camera. Okay, little disclaimer before you watch the game camera footage. There's two things. Number one, somehow, once again, the settings got screwed up. It does it all by itself. I don't know why it does it, but the date and time get messed up somehow after I leave here, and it always reverts back to January 2021. That's after already setting the camera up, checking it while it's running, making sure everything's good to go. I do that every time, and it's not every time, but it seems like, you know, every so often the settings, they just change on me for no reason. So there's that. The date is absolutely incorrect, and the time may or may not be incorrect on the game camera. All of the video files that we caught on the game camera occurred between the middle of November and the 4th of December, 2022. Number two, I believe it was a cow, but took great interest in the game camera after, I don't know, a few video clips. Just did not like that game camera and tried its best to knock it off the tree. It was unsuccessful, however, it did rotate the camera, so the images, the files are gonna, the video is not level, you know, it's gonna be off kilter. So I'm gonna try and see if I can rotate the images in editing, and if I can, that'd be great. But if I can't, just bear with it, because this time we caught quite a bit of critters on that game camera. I'm going to tell you right now, lots of deer, and for the very first time on my game camera, a group of elk, one of which also took interest in the game camera. So, all right, check it out. Okay, it's about 7 to 1. I got that side area all cleaned up. I got rid of all that old Harbor Freight carport stuff I was using as a tarp. Put all my scrap stuff over here temporarily. Trim some of the branches off this. I'm gonna end up cutting this down here in a little bit, but I just want to get these branches right here away from this area, which I just cleaned out. And all of these rocks, all of them came from right here. Ton of rock. Freaking ridiculous. That's a big boy right there. Took out the two little trees. There was one right here and one over there. And I just got to navigate some big ones right here. You can't really see them, but they might be a problem. I don't know. I'm gonna try to scoot right over top of this one. It's about 9 inches, 8 inches high, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully the axle on the trailer, both axles will clear that. And I'm just gonna pull right in here, turn to the right, and then back it on in here. I gotta leave myself some room on this side of the trailer right here, because these two, I guess it would be the left side tires when the trailer's hitch is facing that way. Those two tires have leaks. I just had to put some air in them. They've been leaking for years, but I have to be able to get to those tires so they're gonna have to be replaced. They're all dry rotted. So anyways, yeah, leave some room to do that, and then I need a little bit of space to walk by it so I can get to the side door on the front of the trailer. So I'll probably trim some of these branches back. But we're getting there slowly. It's not so cold out here anymore now that now that I've been moving, but still breezy. Got the truck, trailer hitched up to the truck. You know, I don't think I have any air in my airbags right now, probably 10 pounds, whatever. But the truck really didn't sag when I brought the jack up. And maybe it sagged about an inch compared to the front. But I got a lot of stuff in the front, a lot of weight in the front of this trailer. It's very heavy up front. Tools and machinery and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna try to move this thing. Hopefully one of these, or both of these, well, all four of these tires don't just completely shred on me as I'm driving over the rocks around here. So, all right, I'm gonna get it done, and we'll see if if I'm successful or not. Oh, the sun is just trying to poke through the clouds. I had to run the generator. I'm running it right now, matter of fact. When I hooked my air compressor up, flipped it on, it was filling, and then my batteries, they didn't have enough juice in them to keep the compressor going, so I had to throw the generator on. Because we have like zero sunlight. I think the highest reading I saw today on my charge controller was 170 watts, which is nothing. It's no good. So, oh, here it comes, please. I know it's only temporary, but all right, I'm gonna try to move this trailer. We'll see what happens. Okay, the trailer has been moved. I haven't seen this patch of ground in, I don't know, I guess it's been 5 years since I've had the trailer over here. So, a little sunk in. Just a little. So I pulled it out and around, backed it down the driveway a little bit so I can make this turn. And went out and around, all the way back around those trees over there, back there behind the wind turbine. Brought it through right over here. Well, I didn't have enough, as much room as I thought I was going to have over here to kind of turn in, and then back. So I had to trim up some of these trees over here so I could pull forward here and then almost back straight in. But it took quite a bit of finagling, but I got it in there. I left just enough room, just barely. I don't know. It's gonna be tight, but I'll be able to put air in the tires, and if at some point I need to change them, I think I still have enough room to do that. I could just barely walk through there. And then plenty of room on this side to walk through and get to my door here. And this tree is gone. So, look at that beautiful wood. Just look at it. All those rings, that was an old tree. Anyways, I know I said I wanted to leave that for my chopping block because the woodshed's gonna go right there. But I kind of, after dropping the ramp down, and it's kind of right in the way, really. So I'm probably gonna end up just taking it out. I would have done it already, but I don't want to use my good saw. To get it that close to the ground, I usually use the Ryobi battery 40-volt saw. Cut those flush with the ground. I don't care if you get a little bit of dirt in the chain. I've replaced that chain a bunch of times. That's what it's for. It's doing the dirty work. Trying to protect this one. So did a lot of trimming and cutting. That's what's left of that tree right there. Anyways, the usable stuff. And there's the rest of it. That big pile right there. So eventually I'll cut this up and split it. Let it dry. Let it cure. When all of this dries out, I'm gonna process it for kindling. So it'll be nice because it's gonna be right here where my woodshed is. So, looks a little different over here now. Yeah, if you take a step back. Yeah, it's a bit opened up. Kind of like it. Starting to feel a little claustrophobic over here. I'm probably never gonna take out these trees. I'll probably just leave them. I like them because they create kind of a natural barrier. Hopefully this fills in a little bit over here. But there's a fence line just over there, probably about 200 feet. There's a fence right there. And sometimes the ranchers, they'll ride the fence line to check on it. Yeah, I don't know. I just like this natural bit of privacy. And then the woodshed here will block that whole spot right there, for the most part. Anyways, cover that up. So, and then I'll let these trees kind of grow in and fill in the blank spaces. But yeah, it's nice to have the cargo trailer over here now. So I got all my tools in one spot. I don't have to keep walking back and forth. Oh, I can't remember when I moved it. That trailer, long before I had the shipping container, this trailer used to be parked right here. It was literally right here. I think it sat here for a couple of years, but I moved it over there. I can't remember when I moved it over there. Must have been, I don't know, maybe just before I got the shipping container. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back to my videos, my earlier videos, and see when I moved it. But yeah, it's been sitting over there for quite a while now. And to be honest, I probably should have done this a long time ago, but it never really, I don't know, it wasn't a priority. So never bothered to even consider moving the cargo trailer. So, but yeah, I like it where it is now. It's a nice little spot for it. I don't have any plans of taking that trailer anywhere anytime soon. It's pretty much just been here for a while as just storage. I used to use that to bring up all my supplies. In fact, that whole cabin was inside that trailer once. Every bit of that lumber and that metal came in one load in that trailer, except for the subfloor. Well, the framing. The framing I brought up in the back of my old pickup. But everything else, from the framing up, it all came in one big fat load on that trailer. So it was pretty heavy, and I got stuck pulling it up here. Anyways, it hasn't really warmed up much today, and it's been cloudy all day. The sun tries to peek through, but it's not really coming out. 44, 45, I think is the high today. It's still 73 degrees in there. Just those little embers at the bottom of that stove. It just keeps heating the place. So I'm actually sweaty right now because I've been working so hard. But, oh, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's just after 3. So I got about 3 hours, 2.5 hours of sunlight. I'm gonna cool down for a little bit. And well, I'm gonna have to bring air compressor and the little dirt bike back over here. So I'm gonna do that. And cool down for a little bit, and then probably start plotting out the woodshed. It's just going to be a simple slap together lean-to woodshed just to keep the wood out of the elements. I think it's another benefit of putting it over here is, you know, the backside will all be sheathed, and the sides will be sheathed, and part of the front will be sheathed. I'll have a little open section on the front here. I may end up putting a door on it in the future, but this is I don't know, this might be a little convenient. Block some of the, like the snow from flying in when it starts snowing pretty good. We'll see, I don't know. Yeah, it's just gonna be in my way. That's a beautiful looking little stump, but it's gonna be in the way, so. All right, let me get some stuff done, guys. Let me get some stuff done, cool off for a minute, and then I'll get back with you in a little bit. Okay, it's just after 5 p.m. It's 42 degrees outside, 70 degrees inside. And I found some coals that were sitting in the ash at the bottom of the stove. And threw some wood on there, and look at that. It just popped right back to life. That's cool. Got the little fan going, and I got a kettle with some water in it to keep the humidity up in here because these stoves will just suck all the moisture out of the air. So trying to keep the moisture content up inside the cabin. All right, so not much sunlight today. Well, that's awesome. It looks like we're gonna have a clear sky at night here. There's the moon right there. Just trying to poke through. Amazing. It's been cloudy all day, and we're gonna have a clear sky at night. I'll probably have to throw the generator on here in a little bit because we didn't bring much light in today. Well, even with the cloudy skies, we managed 2 kilowatt hours. We usually get about 5 to 6, so it's a bit low. I did go ahead and move the bike and the air compressor over here, and I'm pretty pooped. I think I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to start on the woodshed. I did a little straightening up inside here, a little reorganizing, so have easier access to all my stuff up there in the front, and dog food, bird food, air compressor, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna start on it now. It's getting kind of, the sun's gone. The sun's over over the horizon. So it's going to get dark here quickly, and the temperature is quickly dropping. So I'm going to go ahead and probably just take the dog for a quick walk to the end of the driveway, just get her moving a little bit. And yeah, I'll probably pick up with you guys in the morning. All right, see you then. Good afternoon. It is, what is it, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. It's about 45 degrees, and as you can see, it is still very cloudy and breezy. Have not seen the sun really at all since I've been here. So haven't been getting a whole lot of charge on my solar. I forgot to mention yesterday that Sunday evening when I got here, I was only here for probably an hour. And I was inside the trailer cooking dinner. And I started hearing really, really loud pack of coyotes just over there, probably 100 yards. Man, they were yipping, yapping, and howling up a storm. And I think it's probably because they smelled my dog when she was out here doing her business. So I think they were trying to lure her over there. They don't usually come that close to camp when we're here. Usually they kind of stay out a little further away. But yeah, they were just right over there. And the funny thing is they were so loud I could hear them inside. I walked outside here. It's dark, you know, I can't see them, but I can hear them. They're right there. Man, were they loud. And I just yelled, "Shut up!" And they shut up. They stopped. I didn't hear another peep from them for the rest of the evening. And then again last night, I don't know what time it was, probably 9 p.m. I was inside the cabin watching some TV. And again, just a whole bunch of yipping and yapping and, you know, doing their thing. So I didn't yell at them this time. Anyways, okay, so I stayed up a bit later than I meant to last night, and I slept in a bit later than I meant to this morning. So I no longer have time to work on the woodshed. I'm actually supposed to be gone right now. I'm not supposed to be here. I was supposed to leave about 10 minutes ago, and I haven't done anything today other than the usual: coffee, breakfast, walk the dog for a mile or so, and everything is still right where I left it. So I don't have time to do anything with this right now. I'd really like to just leave the trailer where it is, disconnect and split, but I don't want my lumber to get, it's going to snow tomorrow, so I don't want my lumber to get all messed up, and I don't think I have a tarp here. I don't think I do. I might somewhere in there, but anyways, if I don't have a tarp, I'm gonna go ahead and just unload all this stuff into the cargo trailer right there, and then we're gonna have to get out of here. So yeah, kind of a bummer. I wanted to get that woodshed going, but it may not seem like it, but cleaning this area up over here, and then trimming back all this stuff, cutting this tree down. I'll talk more about that tree here in a second, but there's quite a bit of work. Quite a bit of work getting all this rock, all that rock that goes around the tree back there, getting all that out of the ground here. And then, you know, chopping up all this tree and cleaning this whole area up. And then trying to get this trailer over here. That took a bit of time also. So, yeah. Anyways, this tree. Yesterday I said it's a pretty old tree. I wasn't sure how old. But I started counting the rings. I got as close as I could get to the center. It's getting so fine you can't really count them anymore, but not very big around. I mean, my hand, as you can see, can fit around it, but that's 60 years right there, 60. And there's probably another 5 or 10 rings that I couldn't count because they were getting so fine. So between 60 and 70 years, that little tree right there. Unbelievable. I mean, when you looked at it, the tree, before I chopped it down, it looks like, you know, it was probably, what was it, 10, 15 feet tall. It looks like it wasn't that old, but it's a 60 to 70 year old tree. So you can only imagine what some of those mammoth trees I have out here, how old those are. Hundreds and hundreds of years. I try not to cut them down if I don't have to, because they're, you know, that's history right there in the ground in front of you. But sometimes they got to go, a couple of them anyways. But I'm never going to cut down one of those big ones. I'll never cut one of those down. Unless they're dead already, I'm not cutting one down. Because it's a lot of history in those trees. So, all right, guys, I got to get out of here, and I still have a bit of work to do before I can get out of here. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Hope you enjoyed the game camera footage. It was pretty cool. Lots of deer. Lots of deer. So I was walking up in the area that they kind of walk through back there, and sure enough, there's sign of deer everywhere out there. Pretty heavy, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, gonna let you go. I won't probably be back up here until after the first of the year. So hope you guys have a Merry Christmas or a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. Hope it's a good one. And hope you guys have a great rest of your month, a good new year. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.